Hello, fellow YouTubers and everyone else or anyone else who might be watching. And take a look right here at a New River buglemouth bass. You can't make that picture out too good, but New River buglemouth bass is a hog sucker. So that's the name, or the politically correct name would be New River buglemouth bass. And there's a Western Virginia largemouth bass caught several years ago in a pond. We're going to do a little bass fishing today. Not much. I got a couple clips coming up here for you here in just a minute or so. And we're going to be got a clip from Lake Shenandoah and also some pictures from some saltwater fish down in Florida. I'm going to start the little program off today. It's just going to be a short one, so that way maybe you won't tie up too much of your time. I appreciate if you watch it to the end. But anyway, the first clip I'm going to show you was made not too far from where I live right now, Western Virginia, at a pond using some power worms. So hope you'll stay tuned here for the next couple minutes and hope you have a great day. Thank you for tuning in and watching the video. Well, this clip goes back, I think, to around 1992 or 93. There's a little old Western Virginia largemouth bass pulled out of a pond there, the spring-fed pond. It was I don't know, it might be a natural pond, but there's a kind of a bluff beside it. This was in a valley, and they were fishing on the old golf cart that used to take on a lot of the fishing trips. We used to tow it behind the van and on the trailer, and we get to where we wanted to go. We just unload the thing and take off to the fishing areas. So hadn't had that golf cart for many years. Sorry for the blur on the camera there. I think we got another fish coming up here. Just a second. There's another one that hooked in too. Caught these on the Berkeley Power Worm motor oil color. So that used to be a pretty good color around this part of the country. You might be able to see it there as a little chunky bass is twirling around there. Not a big bass, but he looked like a healthy one for sure there. And fun to catch. What you got to do when you don't have big bass, you got to match your tackle to it to make it feel like you got a bigger fish on there. You know, use your light action rod and reel, maybe 6 or 8 pound test line, and you can have fun that way. Don't recommend you doing that if you're fishing for the big bass, so they pop the line real easy. There's another look at the power worm. Well, taking a look here at Lake Shenandoah. This was over near Harrisonburg, Virginia. And this video goes back to probably 1993. And you're catching some dink fish, you know. You know what a dink fish is. That's one right there. A bluegill. It's not very big. And of course, you can have dink bass too. But that's kind of typical size of bluegill you catch over there at Lake Shenandoah back in those days. And I think it's about the same now, from what I understand. They are going to be repairing that dam over here in the future. Over there, rather in the future, there's a little old bass. Now that's definitely a dink bass right there. I think they're catching some better bass over there in Lake Shenandoah now than they used to. From what I've been reading about on the internet, seeing on YouTube, so that's a good thing. But for some reason, the bluegill just don't do very well over there. So I don't know what the story is on that. But anyway, that's the kind of look over at Lake Shenandoah back in the early 1990s. I haven't fished back over there probably since then. So I think it's probably improved some ways. Fishing, and some things is about the same. They do have a good variety of fishing there, and fairly easy to get to, accessible and all that. You got you can put boats in over there as well. It's a spring-fed lake, so it always seems to have a pretty good water supply in it. So I'm going to pull out another brim here, another typical Lake Shenandoah bluegill there. So hope you enjoyed that little clip from Lake Shenandoah yesteryear, 1993. Well, there's a look at a mangrove snapper. cousin Zach sent me these pictures here a while back. Caught him over there around Sarasota, somewhere in that area, Sarasota, Florida. There's some sea trout. I believe that's sea trout. It was caught in the same area. Looks like they're on a boat there. And there's my cousin Stephen there with a shark he caught. I'm not sure what kind of shark it is. Maybe a sand shark caught over at Sarasota as well there. And we're going to move across the state and back in time to about the middle 1980s, and I'm holding up a stringer of Sailor's Choice pinfish, they call them. And real good to eat. Somebody told us they were good to eat, so we started keeping a few of those and found this old wire in a trash can and strung them up to that picture. Apologize for the picture there. My scanner's messed up on my computer now, so I'm just holding these up to the camera. But I think it caught those on squid. I like to fish with squid in salt water because the fish can't tear it off your hook is bad that way. So you can catch more fish on a piece of squid. You don't have to bait as often.